Yes, people, welcome back to Cass Central, and I am Cass, and I'm here to talk the absolute smack on what's going on recently. And you know what? Perfect timing. And I swear, even you lot can't get mad at what you've been seeing and reading online from what Nathan Salt and Chris Wheeler dropped moments ago. Yeah, and I'm loving it. And I'm not want to hear nothing about, oh, he's 21, 20 years old. Oh, stop it. You know, he's a kid. He's a kid. Have you never been shouted at before? Have you never been told off before? You know, when you get embarrassed to the world, yeah, about your minutes and everything, you've disrespected your manager, your coach, you know, your mentor. I love that. We'll talk about it. We've got this, you know, Bruno bid as well, and it's official. So love that. Love to see that. Talk on it. 72 hours yet again extended. Do you not remember before how there was 72 hours to respond? Pretty sure that Chris Wheeler as well was the one to drop it, but I'm glad because someone's moving up in the ranks in the world. His name is Chris Wheeler. Ben Jacobs, and I can't believe it. So for me, there's a lot to discuss anyways. Make sure you smash the likes. I need to find out how many's even in the building. This whole thing's kind of going a little bit nuts. Let me run this. Where is it? Here we go. Love to see that. Yeah? Come on. There we go. Done. Anyways, smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. Love it. And there's also other stuff as well. You know, there's Hojlund. I can't believe it. No, I can't actually believe this, yeah? Hojlund. I'm going to put the screen over here so I can see everything more clearly. Hojlund to Inter Milan might be the funniest story I've seen all day. I'm not even kidding. It might be the most hilarious story I've seen all day, and I can't believe it could be something concrete. I don't think it is. I don't want to believe it. But Inter Milan, I can understand it. But Inter Milan, after this whole Inzaghi stuff, nah, they're looking like they want to go and have the time of their lives. This is mental. It's from Sport Witness. How much can you really take from Sport Witness? I don't believe in it. But you know, there's apparently even from Fabrizio said from before about lots of Italian clubs being interested, and there's a two-striker formation over there if Inzaghi is to stay. Oh my days, what is this guy on, bro? Sorry, my bad. Anyways, love. This whole Bruno deal is interesting, right? And I'm going to make my feelings very clear. And I want you lot to make your feelings extremely clear as well. What you want. And this is what I want. Not just because I dislike Bruno. I like as well because I've kind of grown to like him a little bit, right? But I'm team Manchester United. And I want you lot to be team Manchester United. That's the whole point why we support this club. And even if you're a rival fan, you can probably see it from an outsider's perspective yourself. In the position we're in, and the money that is offered on the table, and let's say Bruno does want to go, but it's up to Manchester United. Like he said in his comments, it's up to the club, correct? It's time to have a real conversation with ourselves. What's needed at this club? Money, and a lot of it. And what's needed at this club? A rebuild. Now, I said it last year, or even this year, early this year in January with the whole Garnacho situation and maybe even Rashford. I said these two could be the catalysts why Manchester United have a successful rebuild. You know, it's not like money can come out of our arseholes because it can't come out of, oh my word. Big up Jonathan Hammond, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, love for the gifts. And with Bruno Fernandez, W's for Jonathan in the chat for supporting. For me, it's 100 million, roughly, give or take. Even if it's 90 million, even if it's 110 million, obviously even better. We need to start doing what's best. Every single year, for how many years have we been saying rebuild, rebuild, rebuild? And then we got the perfect potential opportunity to go for the actual rebuild we need. We know what needs to get out the door. And Bruno's probably not the first name on that list either. So I'll hold my hands up and say he shouldn't be the first one on that list. I agree. But when something so lucrative comes in the door, where you can actually rebuild the midfield the way it needs to get rebuilt, it's time to, assess your options. You have to sell immediately. I'm sorry. When you've got Bruno, pure profit, you got Rashford, pure profit, you've got Anthony, pure profit, you've got even more pure profit coming from Alvaro Fernandez, which is looking like 20 million at this point. You have to take that. You can do so much damage with that if you put it into the right areas. The best part is that that's not all that's ready to go. And I don't want to go over and over again with it, because we already know, and I've said it even earlier in the other stream. And if you come over from Saeed's stream, I'm pretty sure you know that as well. But for the amount of transfer debt that we're in, we don't even need to spend all of that either. You don't have to spend that, right? But it would be a flipping good start. When we need a midfield pivot that actually work, high energy, physicality, someone that can actually dictate the game at a pace that we have been missing since Michael damn Carrick. Yeah, that's where my head is at. Now it's up to Bruno in the next 72 hours. He's been offered, 65 million pounds per year plus bonuses, not taxed, for 3 years. You're going to kill it out there. You're going to get goals. You're going to be a part of the World Cup squad, no matter what. Go out there, do your thing. And you know what? I want you to win. I still want him to win. He is one of the few players that got the mentality, and I hear it. But we need a reset from the bottom up. This is what I say, keep your Casemiros around, because that is proper experience. That is proper mentality. That's a real winner. So for me, Bruno, if you ever see this, which I highly doubt, just do the right thing for the club and do the right thing for yourself, ultimately. Not obviously, this is just my wishes, but he needs to do what's best for the club. And I'm pretty sure, as much as Ruben Amorim's going to come out and say he doesn't want him to go, he needs him, he has him in his plans. I know, let's face it, in the back of your minds, in the back of Manchester United executive minds, they want him to go as well, because that's how much of a pickle we're really in. We're in a damn pickle, man. So love for that. Why are you talking about Colleen? Relax, man. Please stop talking about women like this, like in the chat. Like, for women that I actually know as well, it's kind of awkward. If she ever sees this, she's just going to message me, and I'm going to be in a bit of a weird one for not addressing the chat. Please don't talk about women that I literally know. Celebrities, go do what you want. I don't care. Anyways, love. Big up Alice for the raid as well. I'm just talking about Bruno Fernandez. And I know a lot of Alice's people. Big up to my cousin as well. Every time, big up my cousin, man. Make sure you all big her up in the chat, because she's been supporting the channel heavy as well. So for me, again, I know that she's a big Bruno supporter, but even then, there must be some sort of, at one point, some sort of offer where you're like, you know what, we probably got to take this. We got to take this. And that's where I'm at with United. We've got to take this. I'm hoping we do. I really just look at it and think, you know what you can do with pure profit? You can go and get Wharton. It's still Crystal Palace. You know what else you can go and get? You can potentially go and get one of Alice's favourites as well, in terms of the Labour. And I'm not saying they're the answers, but oh my God, what a good start. What a good start. The man is nearly 31 years of age. What a good start. And then you can go and pair him up with someone of preference, someone that's a little bit more progressive as well. I mean, that's why I really want someone like Wharton, is because of his progressive passing. I love the way this man plays football. But imagine going over to Atalanta then and saying, you know what, Edison, this is what we're building. This is the plan. This is what you can be a part of. That pivot there is amazing. Wharton is England's future. And Manchester United are built of British core values. And I understand that. We are built off youth. It's been that way from years and years ago. We love talent. Big up everyone that's joined the building, right? We could probably sell Nice and buy a Palace. Palace got new investment as well, by the way, and whatnot. They are worth a lot of money. I promise you that. But yeah, because Nice is I think Nice is only going for something like 300 million. I say only, that's a lot. I love everywhere from anyone. Let me know where you're from as well, people in the chat. If you're from South Africa, like I see Cristiano down there. So love to see that you're all the way supporting from pretty much across the world. So that's big up Kofi as well. Belabor would be on smoke. Can't imagine him playing for us. And you know what it is as well? What's good next to Kobe? I always wonder, we always wonder where Kobe's position is. And I see Saeed having a bit of a discussion with Tyrone, talking about, putting Mino on loan. Put him on loan. Are you mental? For me, it's like, can Kobe really play that 8 position with someone that's more capable, with 2 players in front of him? You know, again, we don't even, if we get this money from Bruno, we don't have to wait for sales. That is the sale. You know, bringing a player, knowing that that player is going to go out. And that's what's going to really bring me onto my next part anyways, which is this whole, you know, Amorim slamming Garnacho pretty much the other day, which is, in my view, too right. You know, when you, like, you probably could tell, right? I used to be very mouthy. I'm very open and honest. I'm much better with my words these days. But when I was a little kid, I'll call myself a kid, right? Back then, when I was even 20, 21, there's a reason why I got absolutely dragged when it came to certain opportunities, because I couldn't handle my mouth. Yeah. Don't get any ideas, by the way. You know, like my oldest brother, when I was growing up, give me a slap. Give me a slap. You know, even my brother's friends, I'll get too rude to them. I'll get a slap. They're not punching your face, but you get a slap. You get a clap around your ear. You get shouted at by your parents. You know, you get shouted at people that been there and done that before. This is what I feel with Garnacho. His ego has gone straight through the roof. And yeah, he's still a kid and there's a lot of time to learn. This isn't going to be Garnacho forever. At one point, he's going to grow up and he's going to understand that maybe he put himself into a position of authority that he thought he pretty much overstepped. He will learn that at one point. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a good career, you know? But for me, I have to agree with Amorim. You already know he is on point with his character. You can't deny that's not what Amorim said. It's so on point. And I can imagine it and I can see it as well. And then he's just been told, you know, you better find a new club. You've overstepped the mark with a manager. Now, if you don't set that example with the youth player of Garnacho, then all these other lot are going to probably take advantage of that. We can't allow that at a club. This is what I mean about culture around the club as well. When I talk about it so heavily, the disrespect, the kind of environment that these players think they can, you know, thrive in, talking like that. You must be out of your damn mind. I'm not saying the manager comes first, but blimey, like, the manager's still the manager, whether you like him or not. You don't take that step too far. I don't remember Casemiro coming out and absolutely slaying him. I don't remember Maguire doing it. I don't remember no one really doing it. You say it in a professional way where your agent holds that stuff. So for me, if he goes, no love lost, but I hope he learns because he's still young. And I don't really want to judge one situation where he might have had head loss forever and say he's got attitude problems. What people are doing right now for Cunha. Do you know what I mean? Like right now, for Cunha, he had one instance where someone allegedly had a little bit of a go about his family and he lost his shit. Because I tell you now, the same thing we glorified Ferguson for, which is why Fergie was so successful, big up someone said there, is the same thing that Amorim's doing right now. And I'm pretty sure most managers would do as well. You overstep the line, no matter who you are, you're out. And then maybe later on, you might regret it. But I don't think this is going to be one of those regrets. Wow, there's people from everywhere. Trinidad. Let me know where you go. Serbia. Love that. Sean Johnson. It's a proper English name, that though. I must say. Could be American. Where else are we from as well? Watching from Ghana. Love that. Is it Tanzania or is it Tanzania? Let me know if it's option 1 or 2, because I always say them two wrong. Finland, California, fucking hell. Sorry, excuse my French. Upton Park, love that. Norway. You've got I like your name, Gustav Tim Nordby. Is that your name? Is that how you say it? Or Tim? Here is the problem, Cass. Get your thoughts in about Garnacho and Bruno, by the way. And here's one of them from Richard Hawkins. Here is the problem, Cass. I do not think if they get 100 million for Bruno that you will see 1 penny of that money reinvested into the team. I think we've got PTSDs from that. I think we've got PTSDs from that whole, you know, from the regime from before. I do believe they will reinvest it because guess what? They've got no choice. They've got no choice. Western Canada, love that as well. Love. You're on the other side. Is that like? So there's an Ontario. Is that like Ontario and stuff? Is that like French Canada? Is when you go far, is it Alaska? Something. See, I'm trying. When it comes to geography around Canada, I'm not the best. So yeah. Do you think Ineos spends that much though? again, I don't think Ineos need to spend all of that. It just makes the books a lot easier to manage. And if you do put a lot of money into, okay, cool, pure profit. I think we all know it by now. We hear that phrase so much, right? It's like, okay, if Bruno goes for 100 million, you can go spend 300 million. On the books, it's fine. You can spend up to 300 million. That's the way it works. And of course, over the course of the years, you have to obviously pay off what you have to pay off. But for PSR levels and everything, you can do a lot with that. So that's what that is. That's why I say as well, again, we talk about catalysts for Manchester United. You know, Rashford goes for about 30 million, go spend 90 million. Garnacho goes for about 50 million, go get 150 million. And then Bruno goes for 100 million, go get 300 million. Now you add that all up together and how much money United can really reinvest if they so wish it, then that's what you can do. But obviously, it wouldn't be smart to do that because you're banking that you're going to be successful quite early on. And you need to be successful to pay off all of that money of transfer debts. The issue is Man United, as we all know, have got so much debts that it would be stupid to do that in the first place. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. Because then you're going to be, again, relying on winning competitions, relying on, I don't know, potential sales, potential other investments and yada, yada, yada. You better, you know what I mean? If you're going to reinvest that heavy, you better go and get into Champions League because a lot of that will go into that, you know, that pocket of money that you owe because obviously you've gone heavy on a pure profit scale, a bit like Chelsea. I'm from far west in Canada, that when United had 12 o'clock kickoff in the UK, it's 4 for, fuck, wow. Wow, that's insane. So you're about 8 hours behind. Okay, fairs. Wait, how is Bruno profit? I thought the academy. Nah, because if you've been here for 5 years, cool. All right. Don't want to get boring. And correct me if I'm wrong as well. Because Bruno's been here for 5 years now, he came in, what January did he come in? I think was it 19 or 20? But because he's on his 5th year and that's done, and Man United paid it in a certain amount of installments, let's say 3, 4 installments, could be 5, right? He came in 2020, right? So yeah, he's been here for 5 years now. It's 2025. That's all paid off. The installments, the amortization for his fee that we gave to Sporting is finished. So now he's pure profit. You don't owe nothing. So from not owing nothing, it's all pure profits. That makes sense. Yeah, and he's on his next contract as well. Did Manchester United season come with a warranty or are we stuck with all these breakdowns? What do you mean? I don't know. I don't understand what this means. Big up yourself though. But yeah, people, look, over 500 in the house. Please smash the likes. I see there's a couple super chats as well. We're on 98, 2 away from 100. Big up to all everyone that's helped the channel at the moment, especially Jonathan Hammond, who gifted 5 memberships. We got Destroyer saying, Cass, what is the situation with Ineos? I'm reading they have a net debt of 11 billion. I think we can't expect further investments from them this summer. Take the money from Bruno and run. Well, let's get one thing straight as well. We say Ineos when it's not really Ineos, is it? It's actually Sir Ratcliffe. Ineos don't invest into us. It's Sir Ratcliffe that invests into us, from what I remember viewing up. Whatever happens with business anyways, besides that, of course, it concerns him, which would obviously concern us. But right now, the whole United needing that, he's not going to milk anything out the club. He can't to pay off whatever he needs. Everything that comes, he said it clearly himself, even when he took over, even from before, is that Man United can fund itself and run itself. So that is his whole idea. So it's quite separate. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit of a tight situation. I don't know about all the net debts of Ineos. I'm not that clued up within business. I can only know what's face value when it comes to at least football. But you could be right with that interpretation, or that, sorry, that with that you know, with whatever you just said there. So you could be totally right. It could be, that could be the fact. But if you don't invest into Manchester United this summer, then you might as well just kiss your business goodbye. We might as well kiss being a big club goodbye. That's the way I look at it, and let someone else go and take the reins. And hopefully it would be someone from over the Middle East that's mega rich that can fund our situations. So again, it's just probably a who knows. I don't know more than probably what you lot know. I'm just here to talk rubbish and talk on what's been said. I'll try to break it down as much as possible. I'm not going to act like I'm in the know or everything's going to be okay. But one thing I don't like doing is, I don't like being too negative, man. Like, we already know Glazers and Ineos right now, it is especially Glazers, you know, F them all the way. But the whole thing with Ineos is I don't mind being patient. It's just we already know the issues with the upstairs. Do you know what I mean? We already know there's been so many different flipping problems, but I can't be bothered to talk about it over and over and over because this is where we're at. I just like the only thing I've got going on for us is some transfer dopamine and hope. I'm being in hope because that's what happens when you're a football fan. I just want to win and talk about something else. Otherwise, what's the point of supporting if you're going to complain all the time? What's the point? It's boring. For me, it's boring. Where are all the fans who want to surge him over Saudi, Qatar, you mean? Are they celebrating the redundancies now? Well, to be fair, we employ 3 times the amount of a normal club. So, and if you've got a failing business, it's normal. So, you know, it's a shame that people lost their jobs, but here we are. The hierarchy sees something very valuable in Bruno's brand value because we don't have any superstars. They will keep him and only spend the Garnacho money. I mean, I don't really look at Bruno and think that's brand money. I'll be real. Is Bruno really a brand? It's barely the face of Man United. Cunha's come in to be the number 10, the main guy. Like, I think he's kind of made that a little bit known. You know, he apparently demanded the 10 shirt as well. So from demanding the 10 shirt, it's I mean, I think that's a statement of intent of what it's going to be. And I think Man United pretty much promised that it looks like United are going to build a team around him. And so fair, and so be it. That's what you think about a swap deal with Yildiz and Garner. I'm not going to lie. I don't have the most knowledge about this Yildiz kid. I know that we were tracking him, but I'm going to be honest, Cristiano. I don't really want any more unproven kids. If you're going to be a kid, at least be absolutely ready now-ish. I don't see why United should buy kids that are away from the Premier League. We are so far behind. There's no way we can be putting all our eggs into some other kid that's probably failed at Juventus more time. Even though they got top 4, I mean, when I watched him, he looked quite inconsistent. I don't want another inconsistent season by somebody else. It's just I just don't want it. I like that move from Cunha for the 10. It may be harsh in hindsight, but it takes proper guts to make such a move. I mean, it's only perfect. It's only right that he takes the 10. For me, I don't look at anybody else in this squad and say, who's the 10 of our team? A 10 is the second striker, pretty much, if not the attacking mid in modern day football. I mean, it takes some guts. 100%. He believes in himself. You're taking a big responsibility. Taking a 10 at Manchester United, trust me, there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. So as long as he's up for the task and he can perform, I'm pretty confident in him. But can Ineos, aka Jim Ratcliffe, and the rest of whoever's upstairs, can they supply him with the players that actually play football? Because if he's going into the new season and he's got nothing behind him, let alone in front of him, we're no better than Wolves. No brainer selling Bruno at his age. PSG lost Mbappe, and as a club, miles better now. No reason with the right recruitment you can't recover from the recent failures. See, the reason I only back Ineos as of now is the reason because of the last transfer window. I liked our players, and I've said it, and I'll make sure that I keep saying it over and over again and saying I'm not all for everything that they've done, but in terms of what they brought through, maybe bar Agate, which was the wrong move. I still quite like Agate. I see something in him that could be useful for the future, right? And for me, it's probably one step too far. You need a bit of a different kind of player. I wanted Sander Berg. I still think we could still get Sander Berg. I think he'd be brilliant. But again, bar that, I quite liked all of our signers like Xerxes, like Mazraoui. Yoro, I think, is becoming a fan favorite. Is he your favorite, people? Let me know if you like him or you think he's overrated. But I like him. I like the Ligt. When you look at the centre-backs around the world right now, I think a lot of them are rubbish. All of them are potential and if not unattainable. So again, we just signed Cunha. I love Cunha. Look what he's been doing. Dorgu. I mean, every time I have a conversation in one of my group chats, they're trying to, because they don't like the manager, and this goes to Minna and the rest of them, by the way, they don't like Dorgu. So instantaneously, I'm like, did you just see that Dorgu against Villa, by the way? That's a glimpse of the future. You know, someone who's not even been here for half a year. The one that people want to write off straight away. On the eye, at the moment, he doesn't look like he's going to be a world beater, but flipping on, I'm willing to give the man a chance with better players around him. Do you know what I mean? What I saw against Villa is what I want to see over and over again. I wouldn't call them deadbeats. They're playing for something. So that's why I say I don't mind the Dorgu situation. It didn't cost him a lot either. It's no love lost if he doesn't work out. So for me, again, what we're considering, what we want as options. I mean, I'm not the biggest Delap fan. I take him. We have Hojlund. We have Hojlund, yeah. And we'll talk about Hojlund in a second. So, but they've already, identified, Mbumo, your Cherkis, your Ezes, which I'm going to talk about again when something a little bit more concrete comes out. For that, like they're targeting good players that would suit this system, but let alone just be good footballers for Manchester United. So for me, for a bare 11 of going to one game a week, how can you look at Ineos and say you're doing everything wrong? Don't do that. Now we've got people questioning if Mbumo can play football. I can't believe it. You go online and I feel like I'm losing my head. I'm like, honestly, are people just finding anything to complain about because they've got nothing going else in their lives? What else do you want to complain about? Fucking hell. Honestly, so negative. It's like, I don't mind being cool. What's the correct word, right? Critical, being critical, but what's the word? I've lost it out of my head. Like criticizing, there's nothing wrong with criticizing. And there's nothing even wrong with being deemed negative on certain players, and you might find yourself questioning certain abilities, but constructive criticism is the correct word. I don't mind it. As long as you give it a chance in your mind and you're consistent, I can respect that from certain content creators and even, just your everyday people that want to talk like myself. So yeah, exactly, Danny. On that note, so it's like, I don't mind that. I think it's needed because otherwise you look like a Delulu. Do you know what I mean? I started getting called names to do with a certain other content creator that people find deluded, and I get, I can hear it. I don't want to be one of those. It's just, I think finding a good balance is fair. So I always stick to my guns. I just don't want to go into the next season being very pessimistic. And finding something to complain about with Mbumo already is mad. No, the difference is with rants. Yeah, there you go, Mido. There you go. Now the thing with rants, yeah, and I feel people get the wrong idea about him sometimes. What he does? He's consistent. He sticks to his guns, which is fair. But yeah, like once he's made his mind up, fine. I don't mind people like that. I honestly don't. And you know what? He's actually fair on a lot of good players as well. But people want to take one narrative, right, and then spin it to make him sound like he's an absolute moron or some sort of hater or cynical at that. But he sticks to his guns, and he just wants Man United to be in a place where he remembers, really, really high standards, which is fine. Like when he backs a player as well. I don't mind it. But at the same time, you know what I love about people? Yeah, is the ones that say, you know what, hands up. I was wrong as well. You know what? I was wrong. So what? We're winning now. Did you get it? So I'll question it. No, Sancho's a scrub, man. I'll battle anyone with that. He's a scrub. I think he's a good player. He's just a scrub for the Premier League at that. But yeah, man, it will be interesting. Foxy, I know it's going to be between us two. But now that you've lost your director of football, I do wonder what's going to happen with your whole transfers at the moment, if it's going to slow down or not. So yeah, man. Yeah, we need warriors in our team. I agree. Not crybabies like flipping Anthony the other day. The ginger David Brent. Who's ginger? I'm not ginger. I'm blonde. What you mean? I'm me ginger. You must be mad. I'm not sure we blonde either. Like that's what ginger people say, innit? Actually, I'm quite dark blondish. I've just washed my hair, to be fair. And Boomo, yeah, then that makes 50. All right, cool. Then he's got 15 goals. Then if you don't want to do penalties, don't mind me. He started crying. That's what he did about his time at United. He started crying. But anyways, Hojlund to Inter Milan, people. Hojlund to Inter Milan is what's come out from Sports Witness, which I do not believe. I'm going to be honest. I don't see how on earth we get rid of him. Now, on another channel, they are still thinking he's going to be a success. But on this channel, I'm the total opposite. And I'm pretty much in agreement with everybody else. That man, that boy, that scrub, whatever, he has got to go. He has got to go, man. But it's just, we're not getting 35 million out of him. Who do we think we are putting a price? We are better off just cutting our losses, man. Send him out on loan or something. I don't care. Just, I don't want him anywhere near this team. I'm hoping there's some sort of truths that come out about this guy. Who wants him? Someone must see the light with this guy. Honestly, he could go cook somewhere else. Just not here, man. That touch is a disgrace. You know, Sport Witness. Boy, this is what was said, right? There is a total approval. So this is confident. There is a total approval at Inter about a move for Hojlund. Inzaghi is a fan of his profile, which I can see that. The one that's linked with going to Saudi for mega millions. And the ownership is convinced about his abilities. Despite his struggles at the moment. His wage demands of around 4 million euros per year would be within reach of Inter. No shit. Who would be keen to land a striker on an initial loan with an option to buy? I hope so. I hope so, because I don't think we can make no profits on him. It's only bad for PSR if we end up selling him 20, 25 million. It's not happening. It's really not happening. What's this? Oh, we got an Ornstein bomber. And guess who it's about? It's about Matheus Cunha. We got the here we go already, mate. Man United asking to pay 62.5 million release clause over 5 years, but Wolves are expect 2 years as stated in contract. Personal terms already agree with 20 and expect the move to happen. Whatever. Nothing new, nothing less, isn't it? What else is going on? Who's texting me? But yeah. What else is going on anyway? What are you lot saying? Another one to move away from United and save his career? I mean, please go save your career. Be my guest. What abilities exactly? Best to loan him out and hope he does well and boost his value like Anthony. He is by far the worst. I'm not even kidding. There's no way you lot look at this guy and think he's anything decent. 40 plus 10, that's not happening. At Inter Milan, definitely not. More like 35 or 35 plus 5. I don't think we're going to get a lot for him. Get 2 number 10s with the Bruno money. I mean, we've already got Cunha, so don't need another one. We need an 8. I think we need to get a brand new pivot with that Bruno money. I'll be honest. That if Bruno leaves, we get a new pivot. That's the way I look at it. Big up DJ says, save what? Save us my headache. Exactly. I can't wait for this. I need a new keeper. I saw today as it goes that Joe Garcia is our number 1. But then again, why it's confusing is because I thought he just made personal agreement with City. I don't really want him. I'm going to be honest. I don't want him. I know he's probably good with his feet, but I just want that giant. Just go get me Vanya. Go get the giant. I need a shot stopper and a penalty saver. And he's already decent with his feet. He don't have to be amazing. We hoof the flipping ball up to the striker anyways. That pisses me off. Flecken, no, he's with SCG. Go over there to with Bayer Leverkusen. I don't think he's decent now, but he can be decent. We was literally decent last year. Decent's not good enough, mate. We don't need decent. He's nowhere near decent. So yeah, man. Minter or Mbumo. Mbumo all day long. Yeah, I don't get. They had Lukaku. What did they see? Do they lack a striker up front? I mean, they got Taremi. They've got Lautaro Martinez. He ain't going nowhere. So yeah, it doesn't, unless they're looking to offload Taremi and they need someone for the future. I don't know. So I have no idea. Couldn't really say much on them. What's all of this? Nope. I don't want your password, mate. Love. What the hell is going on here? This preseason thing looks jokes. Would you take Thuram? It would be amazing. I'd like Thuram. I mean, his finishing could be a little bit better. By the way, people, can you keep smashing the like button? Nearly on 150, 12 away from that mark. And also subscribe if you're new. If you've forgotten, you might not know when I next go live. Wait, where's this? Who else is going live? I mean, Rants is live. Should just go raid Rants. Why not? I mean, there's nothing else going on at the moment, so yeah. All right, cool. Let's go raid Rants. Cash raid that. If anything else goes on later, then we'll see. I'm going to be live on Never a Foul at 8:45. Live on Saeed's at 10. So so yeah, man. Love for that. Don't be scared. Oh, Rodney, there we go.